I am Batman. Yes, I use technology and armor, but here's the truth, they don't define me. What makes me special isn't the suit or the gadgets, it's what I've built within myself. While other heroes rely on powers or machines to survive, I chose to overcome my own human limits. I trained my body to lift tons, withstand explosions, and even resist Krypton's gravity. My mind is sharp enough to rival Einstein's. But the most impressive part is that all of this, every ability, every achievement, was forged purely by willpower. In this video, we're going to explore how a man can transform into something far beyond human. Comment now. Who would win in a fight, me or Iron Man, without his suit? If you want to see just how far a human being can go, watch until the end. Leave a like and subscribe to discover more about heroes who defy the limits of possibility. For years, I worked hard to build a body capable of incredible feats and a razor-sharp mind that helps me push past limits most people can't even imagine. Today, I want to share a bit of my story and show how, even as just a man, I became a machine of determination and strength. Get ready to learn about the challenges that shaped me, where every workout, every drop of sweat, and every mistake helped me achieve the impossible. From the very beginning, I learned that true power doesn't come from magical abilities but from discipline and the constant effort to improve both body and mind. I wasn't born super strong. I learned, through relentless training, to push the limits of what a human being can do. My life is full of challenges that few would dare face. In every session, I strive to break records, proving that strength comes from effort and daily overcoming. When I do bench presses, for example, I've managed to lift around 405 pounds in a moment of distraction, and during intense training sessions, I reached approximately 586 pounds. On one notable occasion, I single-handedly pushed about 1,001 p, surpassing known limits and even beating the current world record of roughly 723 pounds. This shows that with determination, I can take my body beyond what's expected. But my training isn't just about lifting weights. I also perform massive leg presses. In one session, I exerted force equivalent to approximately 2,500 pounds, shattering the world record of around 2,470 pounds. Each repetition reminded me that true strength comes from constant effort. Furthermore, during deadlifts, I managed to lift around 620 pounds for 35 consecutive repetitions. To think of pushing through so much effort in a single session shows just how well-trained my body is to face challenges that few would dare attempt. It's not just bench presses and deadlifts where I challenge myself. In squats, I did 10 sets of 5 repetitions with about 525 pounds, totaling 50 intense squats. On another day, I pushed my limits in the clean and jerk, lifting approximately 262 pounds for 24 repetitions. And don't think my training is limited to weight exercises. I also take great care of my conditioning. In a 20-mile run, I managed to maintain a pace of 4 minutes and 50 seconds per mile, always striving to improve even on rest days. Every step reminds me that the body can go beyond the ordinary, but numbers don't tell the whole story. What truly motivates me is the drive to constantly push myself, and the belief that, with effort, we can exceed our limits. One of the greatest tests of my strength came when I had to tear off an airplane door mid-flight. That feat required more than 24,000 pounds of force, the equivalent of pulling the weight of 6 cars or 20 polar bears at once. On other occasions, I lifted enormous foes like Solomon Grundy, who weighs over 500 pounds, using just one arm. This demonstrates how precisely I can apply my strength. I've also used my strength to save lives and avert disasters. I've stopped high-speed cars with nothing but my muscles and, in a critical moment, held up the Batmobile to prevent it from plummeting off a bridge. These feats aren't just displays of physical power, they're proof that dedication can be the difference between life and death. Imagine scaling a skyscraper and, even in 137-degree heat, doing one-arm pull-ups while hanging off the edge of the building. It's in that balance between the possible and the extraordinary that I live. My reflexes are honed to the maximum. I've trained my nervous system so thoroughly that I can predict and react to gunshots with an almost superhuman speed, although many say it would take an acceleration of 845 times the force of gravity to dodge a bullet. The truth is that with study and practice, I usually react as if I were experiencing 5 Gs. Even though there are moments like when I wear the Red Hood's cape when I might react just after the shot, I generally avoid danger by anticipating the shooter's moves and moving like lightning. But having a strong body isn't enough. The mind must also be prepared for life's challenges. I've spent entire nights without sleep, enduring sleep deprivation. I remember once being trapped in an underground compartment, wearing a straitjacket with multiple locks, and having only 30 minutes of oxygen. In that situation, I had to rely on my memory and discipline to stay calm. I recalled the lessons I learned in Nanda Parbat, where, through the Thugal ritual, I faced the fear of death repeatedly. That experience strengthened my mind and taught me to create a second personality as an extra resource to maintain my sanity. My mental training is as intense as my physical training. It's as if I had earned 12 doctorates in various fields. I've spent countless hours studying, practicing, and facing challenges. With an IQ of around 200 higher than that of geniuses like Stephen Hawking and Albert Einstein, I've learned 8 languages and trained in 127 styles of martial arts. These skills help me plan strategies and prove that true strength comes from effort and the will to learn. My reflexes are incredibly fast. A blink lasts about 100 milliseconds, which might seem brief. But for me, it's enough time for countless possibilities. To dodge a bullet, my nervous system reacts in fractions of that time. If I need to move my hand quickly, I do so at over 20 miles per hour. For comparison, top athletes react in 120 to 160 milliseconds, with the record being 101 milliseconds. I operate on a level where every millisecond counts, a critical advantage that often determines the outcome of a confrontation. If you still doubt what I'm capable of, let me share another story. During a storm, under the influence of a cocktail of drugs and the Joker's venom, I was challenged once again. In a chaotic scenario, with nature seemingly against me, I performed a bench press using a heavy pine coffin lid with about 600 pounds of earth on top. Even in the pounding rain, I pressed on, demonstrating that even in the worst conditions, my strength and determination never waver. Everything I've achieved isn't just about numbers and records. Every drop of sweat, every injury, and every fall has shaped who I am today. I don't wear armor to protect myself. My shield is the knowledge I've gained from years of training and dedication. My true weapon is the belief that the impossible can be achieved if you're willing to work hard. In every battle, whether physical or mental, I show that true human strength lies in learning, adapting, and overcoming challenges that seem impossible. My story proves that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, we can transform into the best version of ourselves. What sets me apart isn't just physical power, but the understanding that when the mind and body are trained with discipline and passion, they can work miracles. If there's one thing I want you to understand, it's that striving for excellence requires sacrifice and persistence. My training, as grueling as it may be, shows that every person has hidden potential just waiting to be awakened. My story proves that you don't need supernatural powers or expensive equipment to be extraordinary. It all comes down to the will to do whatever it takes to protect those you love and fight against what threatens the world. I am Batman, a man molded by his own effort, who has shown himself and others that limits are merely temporary barriers waiting to be broken. My life is a constant lesson that true power doesn't come from innate gifts, but from the courage to reinvent yourself and never give up, even when all seems lost. I've learned that the greatest enemy to conquer is the one inside us. By facing and mastering our weaknesses, we can accomplish things that seem reserved only for the world of superheroes. May my story serve as inspiration for anyone who wants to overcome their own limits. Remember, strength, both physical and mental, is not given by chance. It's earned day after day through sweat, pain, and determination. If you have the courage to face your fears and truly commit, you'll discover that human beings can achieve incredible feats, far beyond what you ever imagined. Greatness isn't a gift for a select few, it's a destiny that anyone can reach if they fight with every ounce of strength they have. This is my truth. I am Batman, and I continue on this challenging path, always ready to show myself and the world that human potential is limitless. All it takes is the courage to explore it.